Unlock your potential with a comprehensive suite of investing tools and expert education with GammaEdge. Start your free 14-day trial today.
Hey guys, Taylor with GammaEdge here, coming at you with a quick liquidity stock review for November 16th, 2023. First thing I wanted to note real quick, Paul's notes in the Discord have been posted, morning call channel. The thing I want to know, which I agree with, I had this in my notebook as well. This thing right here that I do every morning. Topping pattern, the cumulative tick pattern, point of consolidation. Yes, the tick is consolidating. You can see it here in the ARCX. You can also see it here in the tick US model. We are in an uptrend, no doubt about it. Railroad tracks higher. However, we do have this consolidation here. So, if we roll over, see continuation that way, or, we continue to progress higher, but we've been on a heck of a move. So, some kind of breather is not the craziest thing to see here. Starting to see negative GEX in the various SPX cuts. Something to see there. Either way, slowdown of upside speculation. Yeah, without a doubt. You can see the GEX ratios of the we'll just get right into it. So you can see GEX ratios of the SPX XPY quite extended, 1.74, 1.63. Those are just quite high. So something to be cognizant of. Going through Apple, yellow means in the money calls, in the money puts dominated, 1.93 GEX ratio. Amazon, all green, green meaning in the money, out of the money call dominated. Amazon, Nvidia, Google looks fine. Rounding it off here, Meta, Microsoft, Netflix, Nvidia, Tesla, all green. So all are still green. However, their GEX ratios are quite elevated. So let's just get around into Apple here. 190 continues to be plus GEX, in the money, out of the money call dominated here. What else I have to say? Really not a ton else there to say. Looking at this week's expiration, 190 key. 190 is key in both this expiration and next expiration. So frankly, we're at 188. Not a ton of upside here. Looking at the GEX ratio relative to where it's been the last half year. It's in the upper third, so something to be cognizant of there. Looking at Tesla now, we have green delta above and below spot price. Constructive 250 is the upside target. You can see we're in the middle of transition, which is super wide and loose. So that's not great. I know Tesla's been a laggard relative to all the other kind of Magnificent 7 in the general market itself. So makes sense why structure looks that way. Looking at this week specifically, 145 is plus GEX. See deltas coming in, kind of chunk of delta, negative deltas up there. Green deltas below this support. Looking at next week's expiration, do see a shift up to 255. That is COI as well. So, if we do get some kind of progression higher, maybe out of this transition zone at 240, we could see a movement there. However, largely dependent on the general market. Looking at the GEX ratio itself, nothing concerning here, kind of right in the middle of its recent range. Microsoft, this one's led everyone higher. I think it's at all-time highs right now. In the money, out of the money call dominated. We are below plus GEX at 370. We want to see this push higher up to potentially 280 where we have COI. That really help kind of price move higher as well. Obviously yet to be seen. Look at this week's expiration specifically. Plus GEX 370 doesn't change. Looking at next week, we do see a shift up to 380, so maybe that's catalyst to move higher. Not sure. We just do need to see kind of a resumption higher, the target for y'all. Looking at GEX ratio itself, back to my point about being extended. This is very extended, 3-to-1 GEX ratio. That's pretty mega, especially relative to the last half year. It's kind of in the 1-to-2 range. So again, kind of extended on that front. Looking at Nvidia here, right in the middle of transition, kind of in the money, out of the money call dominated. So that's constructive, but is kind of getting more wide and loose. 500 is upside target, 475 downside target. Looking at this week's expiration, 500 continues to be your key level to the upside. However, just note in the middle of transition. Looking at next week's expiration, just look how wide transition there is. So it's very wide. So kind of massive chop zone, indecisiveness in the structure, but 500 remains to be plus GEX and COI. Looking at GEX ratio itself, kind of middle of the range, had a huge collapse yesterday. Kind of reset itself a little bit, so nothing concerning there. Lastly, ended with Amazon. Amazon 145, 150. These have been key levels for a while. In the middle of transition zone right now. Looking at this week's expiration, 145, top of it. Upside target, however, in the money put, in the money call dominated, so not great. It just means it's a mixed bag. Middle transition, really not a ton to say here. That structure doesn't super good. This structure looks a lot better to move higher. 145, 150, those would be the upside targets after we get set out of transition. But yeah, a large depending on general market too, what that's doing as well. You can see big pullback in GEX ratio yesterday, so that's constructive on that front as well. So yeah, with that, hopefully it's helped. Ran through 5 stocks, kind of general market thoughts. So best of luck out there tomorrow, or today, and we'll see you later.